Hi everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel. In this video, we're going to look at the top 8 security crypto wallet tips. So if you are if you're new to crypto and you're looking for some really good clued up about security crypto wallets, then that's the way to go. Every wallet in crypto needs good security, so these are the top 8 tips. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. And of course, we're going to get into it. Here we go. First slide. You got to use a secure internet network. It's very important that your internet network is secure. And of course, typically a good home network is perfectly fine. You always use a secure network connection when accessing your wallets and always sending crypto transactions. Very important that you do that. So if you're new to crypto, this is very important. Number 2, of course, don't use public Wi-Fi. You can get compromised. Sometimes there might be a hacker or something like that around that is preying on people using public Wi-Fi, maybe like McDonald's or a cafe. And of course, if you do access your wallet using a public Wi-Fi, best to use a VPN or virtual private network. And of course, you can get those services as well. Sometimes on a website, sometimes on you can download as well. So different options there. Number 2, of course, we're going to look at this. Back up your wallets. Very important that if you've got a wallet that needs backing up, then this is important for you to do that. If you're on something like MetaMask, which is an extension on the Chrome browser, then that should be something that you can do there as well. Look at number 2. If maybe something happens to your device or software, that's why it's probably important to do your backup of your wallet. So you never know. Maybe your device gets stolen or corrupted, or your software gets corrupted, something like that. It could be an issue. You can basically backup will allow you to gain access to your wallet. So if you've got a wallet file sitting in one of your files, that would be your backup there. So very, very cool. The other thing, of course, is when setting up a wallet, you create a backup phrase. It's either typically 12 or 24 words is typically the case. And you can basically write it down, make 2 separate copies, or buy a special card such as a crypto steel or a SafeWorks kit, something like that. Basically protect your password. You are your own bank, so very important to remember that. Don't store your backups as a file on your computer. I know a lot of people do that, but best not to, in case your computer gets attacked and maybe it gets compromised. Typically, also avoid emails and things like that. Sometimes they can send a program through those. So you got to be very careful what you're opening up. So definitely is the case here. Don't store your backups on a file on your computer, and don't take a photo of them to keep on your phone. Your phone is really bad. Computer is probably generally better. Your phone can be really, really vulnerable to attacks. So you might be sitting in an airport and you could get your phone, switched out or attacked. So really easy. So phones are not the great device for that. Of course, make sure you don't forget where your keys are. So you are in control of your keys, and make sure you don't forget whatever you decide to look after your private keys. Your private keys are like the key to your bank safe, if you think about it. So if you lose those keys, you lose what's inside the bank safe, and that's your wallet. So just be very careful there. Don't forget. And number 3, of course, secure storage backup phrases. Obviously, with the key that you get from when you set up your wallet, nobody can help you retrieve it if you lose it. You are your own bank, so you're in control. There's no bank to go to. Think about issues that might affect you if you forget. Maybe you forget the password, the seed phrase, or maybe you lose it, something like that. You got to be very careful. You need to be able to back up those phrases. For example, maybe risks like a house fire or a theft. Definitely, just random things like that could impact you. If you have stored those backup files or passwords, they may end up getting stolen, or a house fire might burn up your paper copies of your passwords, for example, like that, or damage any digital files you have. Maybe you got it on a memory stick, might damage those. So just remember that. Maybe retirement as well. You might have to plan to do something for retirement in terms of your crypto portfolio and your wallets. And of course, people have to know how to access things like that. Inheritance, of course. Maybe you unfortunately pass away, and of course, those keys need to be passed on to family members or loved ones. So some things you have to think about. You possibly could have them at a lawyer, but that is, while that's important, you must be able to trust the lawyer or law firm. Obviously, if you're holding a lot of crypto, that could be very tempting even for a lawyer. So you've got to be very careful with that option. A will, of course, have a family will, in case something does happen to you, to pass on your portfolio that's in your wallets and with your key phrases and your passwords for those wallets. So very important. All right, number 4, use strong, unique passwords. Very important. This is often underplayed. Don't use the same password with your wallet app that you use for everything else. That is a formula for disaster. And of course, something like up to 75% of people actually do this. You one of them. Try to avoid that, of course. And yeah, very important. Use a strong, unique, and long password comprised of both lower and uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols where possible. If they allow you to use those, then definitely make it longer, make it unique, and of course use those lower and uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols. That combination makes it really difficult to hack your passport. So very important. Number 4, of course, is consider your pass managers. So you can get pass managers that can help you with remembering those passwords. Once again, be very careful if you are forgetful. All right, finally, keep your wallet software up to date if it's not automatically updated. Often a lot of wallets are automatically updated. You can set certain features, but otherwise you need to update that as well. Often people do just decline updating and say we'll do it later. It's probably good to keep that up to date, especially if you are using it regularly. Number 5, use multiple wallets. This is a very good strategy. And of course, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. That old phrase is very important. And use your prior considerations to record and protect. So the previous 4 things, remember, to record and protect your wallet backups and multiple recovery phrases. So protect those file backups for your wallet if you need to do that. Depending if it's something like a MetaMask, you could probably leave that, but that's up to you. Multiple recovery phrases, of course. If you've got multiple wallets, you need multiple recovery phrases, and you need to be looking after those as well. So very important. But having your assets across different wallets is a very good way of protecting them. If one gets compromised, maybe the others all fine. So you don't lose everything, you just lose a little bit, something like that. You can have a few long-term wallets. This is a good strategy, really accessible, like a savings account. In other words, you hardly ever log on to those, and you can have some short-term wallets where you use regularly, and you can log on to those more often. Maybe you only have 10% of your funds in those short-term wallets, something like that. So cool. Well, let's get on to number 6. Watch out for phishing attacks. Very important. These are probably the most common attacks around. And of course, always check the URL, web address of the pages you are visiting, and be on the lookout for fake ones. Always check that URL. That's a good behavior to do. Check that HTTPS. It's got the right words in the right way. Very important to watch out. They could just change one letter, one number, or something like that. So just be careful with that. There are some malicious sites that are nearly identical copies of cryptocurrency exchanges and such sites. It's tricky as the URLs often differ only in the domain used and an odd symbol in the address. So that's the key part there. Be very careful with that. And fake apps also. So not just website, but fake apps set up to mimic popular wallet apps to capture people's backup phrases and private keys. So be careful of the applications that you're downloading on your phone or whatever else you're using on your computer. Very important to watch out for fake ones. And never put your private keys to your wallet. That's your key to your vault. Never put that into anything. Once you've got your wallet set up, never put it into anything. That's just the easiest way. They will drain your wallet of all the crypto. And never do it. That's what I say. Never do it. So you got a big exclamation mark. That's definitely important. All right, let's get on to number 7 of our top 8. Use extra security measures. Now, obviously, most wallet apps and cryptocurrency exchanges allow you to turn on additional features. Security features is 2FA, a two-factor authentication. So you can turn that feature on, and that's highly used on centralized exchanges in particular. Usually, in addition to entering your password, this involves entering a code sent to your phone, email address, or from a separate app, such as an authority. So you could use those too. So that's very important as well. You might find that on KuCoin and other exchanges that you do that. VPN, of course, private network when connecting to your hardware wallet or logging on to your crypto-related account. So that also masks your computer, and that also is useful as well. And finally, regularly run scans for viruses and malware, and never operate without a firewall. That would be a disaster. So you just have some good old Norton security, something like that. Plus, you can look to clear your website cookies every now and then as well. That also reduces the chance. Number 8, as we get up to here, invest in a hardware wallet. This is probably the ultimate. And of course, strongly recommend investing in a hardware wallet. Popular choices include either a Ledger or a Treasure hardware wallet. And of course, Ledger and Treasures have stood the test of time since their creation, so they really are the market leaders. And finally, both support a range of different currencies. You can check their official websites for that. They don't have all currencies. Obviously, there's tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies now, but they do support a whole range of cryptocurrencies, so you can check that. And finally, hardware wallets are the best way to store cryptocurrency long term. They really are. So you can go to the official site for Ledger and Treasure. Remember, there's many scam sites, so be very careful. Go to the official one, Ledger and Treasure, and I'll leave the links in the video description. And that is the end, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. That's our top eight tips there for security, crypto security, and for your wallet. So hopefully you've paid attention to that and you can investigate this further. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell to X Token channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.